Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tech It Up with Cafe Cultura. It's your girl Jaylah, and as always, bringing you the best in tech, plus some of our amazing founders, of course. And today is no different. I want to introduce you guys to Rene. Hi, Rene.
Hello.
How are you today?
Doing fantastic. Thank you for having me on here.
I'm so excited to talk to you. I know you guys are working on a lot of cool stuff. So tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Sure. So my name's Rene. I'm a regular dude. I was born into an international circus. I was third generation circus performer.
Wow.
Parents are just international, and eventually they settled down in Missouri around the time I was like 5. But yeah, I'm just from Missouri, and I came out to San Francisco to start doing stuff. I ended up learning how to build stuff, and I won like 200 hackathons out here, so it's cool.
Congratulations. That's amazing. Hackathons are, I think, so important to like the founders and just getting to know the circuit, right? The hackathon circuit. It's a lot of networking and seeing a lot of talent, actually. So then tell us what led you, or tell us a little bit more about your company.
Sure. So I'm working currently on a company called Agentcies. So Agentcies is an ecosystem of AI-powered tools on a single affordable subscription. So I've learned that a lot of people that are like solopreneurs have a really tough time building businesses. They have different platforms like Discord, Facebook, and other stuff. They have stuff like Intercom. They have stuff like HubSpot. And a lot of people don't even know what these things are or how to use them. But there's 20 million solopreneurs in America alone. So what I'm looking to do is create an ecosystem of products that work together to allow a solopreneur to go and grow, so that way they can go and provide money for themselves. And if they need to go and grow into a bigger business where it's SMB, that's where it also like helps them. So that's what I'm working on.
You make it sound so like, that's it. That's all I'm working on. That is so important, though. I think it's so needed with the, growing surge of not only founders, but entrepreneurs. And I think it's really important to streamline a lot of these things because these aren't things that they really teach us in school. Like, yeah, you might get a little bit here and there, but it's nothing that sometimes you got to hire out like 7 different people.
Absolutely.
And I think that this is going to be such a great tool for everything, coming up with all these entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
How did you, what made you like click? Like, what was your idea like that it was like, I need to create this. Like, this is so
Yeah.
important.
So originally I was building stuff that I knew was useful for me, but I couldn't understand my own problem. I was at first building an agent infrastructure because I knew I wanted agents to talk to each other. If I have an agent on my phone, an agent on my computer, they should be able to communicate and do stuff together. That was always my core principle. It led off into like, how do I make it to where people can just start using it? Well, there's companies like Intercom where you can build AI agents, add them to your website, and they can answer stuff, but they're super, super expensive and they're really hard to implement. So I went and built it super simple to build an agent, add your company data, add it to your website under 5 minutes. Super good for customer service. So whenever you get calls at 2 a.m. or anything, this can help. Eventually, though, I kept thinking more and more on this, and I was getting users and I was getting some paid clients, but I was realizing that like I don't really understand my problem, and I didn't really understand what really is going to go and make this thing pop off. It's a good thought, but it's not executed well. So eventually, it came along to the line where I ended up building a CRM so that the agents can start creating tickets and doing stuff in that. And then I wanted to build this last product, and this is the product that's going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. I'm building a new social media platform. Now,
Wow.
normally social media platforms people run away from because like, why do we need another fucking social media platform? And normally I would actually agree. The only reason why I'm going to do this is because I don't believe any other social media platform does this. And I think we need this to happen. So I manage several different like Facebook groups that are between like 50,000, 100,000, whatever. And the thing is, there's a lot of data in there about different things. maybe you're a music artist and you start posting your music in there, and then people start like, oh, hey, we really like this. Well, you can go and use that data to start creating leads. So like, oh, hey, so-and-so likes this because of this. They like this type of stuff. Maybe we can go and bundle this product and sell them to this. We can use AI admins to go and manage the groups, and then use AI also to go and do the touch points where they can actually go and help sell your product. Now, if you're a solo person as a music artist with only like 100 fans, well, now you can use this to start actually monetizing your stuff.
Wow.
I find a lot of people don't know how to monetize. I grew a guy
Yeah.
from 0 to 500,000 followers in less than 6 months. He was making $35,000 a month off of Facebook Reels. That was his only income. And whenever that shut down for him, he lost everything because
Yeah.
he didn't know how to go and monetize any of his shit. And that's okay. Most people don't. Even when you're making shit tons of money, they don't know how to grow.
I
So
feel like even if you take these courses, because you see all these like online, like, courses and webinars and stuff like, hey, pay $100 and we'll teach you how to monetize and do this and do that. And it's just like, sometimes it's not, not it.
And I find, and this is like maybe bad to say, but I always have to assume everyone that is doing anything when they first start is basically stupid. Not their fault. Because the first thing, like to be good at anything, you have to be really bad at it. So
Yeah.
it's really not their fault in the first place. They don't know what they don't know. So I need to solve that by giving them stuff that they don't even need to know about that solves those problems so that they can accelerate their career. And that's where I see the disconnect.
But it's true though, because sometimes you go in and you're thinking, cool, I'm going to open this business and I went to business school and I know what I'm doing and I got this. And then you start and then you notice like, oh wait, I forgot this part, or I forgot legal, or I forgot social, or I forgot the right marketing, or even the right starting to collect the right data from the beginning.
Mhm.
I think that sometimes that's important, having some type of organization with that, because I think now everything requires at least some type of like, okay, we need to see your data. We need to see some type of, feedback, like what are numbers and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people don't know what those things are or how to even get to them. So I think it's really important. Like, this is fantastic to know that it's something that is being currently worked on to solve such a major problem, especially I feel like in the minority community. I feel like, sometimes the lack of resources makes it really hard. And I think that having a resource like this would tremendously definitely change the scope of the ecosystem.
I agree. As a Hispanic founder myself, I know what it's like to be underfunded and still get shit done. So I feel like because I understand these advantages, if I take these advantages to others, it'll help them too.
That's amazing. What stage are you currently at right now
Yeah,
with
so
agencies?
we're a seed stage company currently. We've raised we're right now raising 1 on 10, and we have 20K already committed. We have 140 users, with some of them being pre-sales and some of them being like consistent, like paying every month users. So we're very new. I started this company in the last, like, basically in March is whenever I started it, because
Oh, wow.
reached out to me on LinkedIn and was like, hey, I want to go and give you some funding as like your first angel investor. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I need to start a company. Now I need a bank
Yeah.
account. Now I need all this stuff that I just did not have right at the beginning.
It's so funny because most people get like it's backwards, right? So, how do you think that you managed to get an opportunity like that where it's like, hey, I want to give you money?
So the funny thing is, I actually recently asked him about this, and it literally was just like he was following me for a while on LinkedIn, and was like, I want to be the first check on this. That was it.
Wow.
There was I didn't even know this guy really, and he just like, hey, let's have some calls. Hopped on like 1-2 calls, got our first checks in, and got the paperwork signed, and he's still like, he's still a part of it. I mean, I've been going since March, and but like the thing is, like, he just wanted it to go because he
Yeah.
saw me. And normally at this stage, like, even though I really don't have revenue and I don't really have anything behind me, the only reason people bet on me is because of the founder, and that's me. I have
Yeah.
a history of going to competitions, winning them all solo, and then growing into other areas just to test and see if I can do the same thing. I pivoted out of pro gaming into music production. I pivoted that into video game editing, and I pivoted that all into startups. Once I got into startups, I started learning about I can build stuff with AI. Things just took off for me. I ended up just going crazy with it, and now people have called me like the original vibe coder and all kinds of stuff. Like there's just weird Google articles now about me. But yeah, it's kind of cool. And I'm just
That's super cool. Like that is awesome. Especially like I love that you mentioned your pivots because I think a lot of people get very stuck in one idea and they don't know how to pivot to the next idea and take from one to the other and create kind of like a chain reaction. Was there any particular moments in those pivots where you're like, this isn't working for me. I have to do something else?
Yeah, every single time I pivoted, I realized it's not enough. Eventually, even if I got traction, if I didn't think it was fast enough or doing enough, well, I can at least tell that it's bullshit and I can just keep going. So it's very much along that lines that like there was a lot of failure and over the last 10 years that I've been just doing like different businesses and stuff. Like I had to do a lot of failures, and through those failures, I learned what really works. And I take those things that work into each next business. So now that I'm at the startup AI level, well, even though I'm getting into startup and AI, and I might not know anything about how to code or read or write code, I do have other experience from other stuff. Yeah. And because I was able to utilize AI so well, I was able to go and surpass a lot of my peers that are from Fang or any of these other like big things out here. And it just happens. And now people come to me and like, hey, Renee, can you build this? Cool. We'll pay you X amount. Fantastic. How long do you need? A couple of days? Fantastic. Let's do it. That's it. I just keep it pushing.
That's amazing. It's truly a testament to, first of all, like continuing to put your work out and the importance of network and things like LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. That's like the first thing that really like kind of like was like, wow. I think that's really important and a great reminder for our founders and our listeners that, it might seem like you're not just because you don't have the numbers or the likes or the shares that people aren't seeing your work. And it's happened to me too, where it's like, hey, I want like, here's this contract. I want to work with you. And it's like, where did this come from? But it's really like it's that continuation of pushing forward and saying, you know what, I'm going to, no matter even if I pivot, I'm going to continue pushing my work and showing my work. And I think the versatility also helps when they're interested, because they're like, this is intriguing. Like, this is a really interesting person. Like what a beautiful mind. And I love that about all of the things that, you're working on and also that pivoting is okay. I think those are great lessons.
I have Labubu. I have Dimu. I have more Labubu.
I apologize. Sorry, I got my call dropped.
Oh, good. Happens. I was just
technical difficulties. I swiped the wrong button. But yeah, there goes technology, right?
Happens.
Yeah. But no, I want to commend you really with not only sharing your story, but continuing to find ways to better this world and finding solutions. Because I think we have so many problems and people focus on those problems and they don't focus on finding solutions. And you are one of those people that find solutions, and that's really incredible. What are your next steps? Like what's coming up next?
So we've been throwing a lot of like vibe coding sessions here in San Francisco. We're now expanding to other places such as Boston, Miami, and other places in America, and including possibly France for next year.
Congratulations. You could count on me in Miami. I'm here.
Yeah, sounds good with me. But yeah, so it's really nice because the thing is, people are finding traction on me. And as you said, like people just are talking. I've been told plenty of times, like, oh yeah, I got your post in my group chat today about this. I'm like, who the fuck sent that? Who the fuck is this person? And they just tell me stuff that like, oh yeah, we were talking about your stuff and like blah blah blah. I'm like, fantastic. I'm honored, but
Yeah.
I don't know anything. Just if you need to ask.
That's amazing. No, and I love it. I'm excited to see what's to come with the social media platform, with everything that you have going on. Make sure that you let me know so I could be one of the first testers. And no, congratulations with everything. And I look forward to touching base with you in a couple months to see the progress and all the amazing things you have going on. And whenever you're ready to head down to Miami, we can, promote that and definitely keep connecting. And, I appreciate it.
Thank you. And I appreciate getting to chat with you. I'll see you down there for sure, at least Art Basel.
All right, let's make it happen. What is the best way to get in contact with you?
Yeah. Cloud at agentcies.co is fantastic. That's my business email. All of these contacts work. I'm pretty active, especially on LinkedIn and Facebook. Just send me a message.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Rene, for being with us. Is there any advice that you'd like to give, final words to our listeners?
Yeah. It's really tough doing everything. It's really tough being poor, and it's really tough getting rich. So the only thing I can really say is choose your hard and stick with it.
Ooh, I like that. Choose your heart and stick with it. I love it. Thank you so much again, Rene.
Thank you.
Guys, that was another episode of Tech It Up with Cafe Cultura. It's your girl, Jaylah, and I'll see you next time.